ties to ISIS was a former Delta cleaning worker with high security clearance.
And now new information has emerged showing just how shoddy the security checks are, perhaps at the Minneapolis-St. Paul airport. Tom Lydon is with our Fox affiliate in Minneapolis-St. Paul, KMSP-TV. He broke this terrifying story, has the very latest details. Okay, so we talked a little bit about it last week when we first heard about it. This is the guy who died alongside Douglas MacArthur McCain. There he is right there. This guy worked at the airport doing what?
Yeah, he worked at the airport for 10 years, both cleaning planes and also fueling planes, most recently cleaning planes. And after we did this story revealing that he worked at the airport for about a decade, we started hearing from all these other cleaners who worked for Delta Global Services. That's the company, cleaning company owned by Delta. And they really came forward with some amazing stories, including a whistleblower who actually took pictures of some of these security violations. He spotted a guard sleeping at a checkpoint where there was only really a cursory inspection of the vehicle to begin with. No metal detector, no search of bags. They also spotted weapons on the tarmac. But I think the biggest thing was this sign that was actually put up in the break room. It says, TSA is out. They've been hiding test objects. What TSA would do is they would hide objects about the size of a gun that would be orange. They would hide it in the seat backs or under the seat, maybe in the lavatory or in the galley. And they would hope that the cleaners would find it. It's a little test. Well, this sign says, remember, when asked if your check is complete, tell TSA no, and then go get a supervisor right away to check your work. Basically instructing the cleaners to mislead TSA. Now, why is this so important? You may not realize it, but those cleaners are a line of security. They are securing the aircraft, checking under the seats, making sure there's no guns. Now, if Abdurrahman Muhammad, this is our person who went to fight and die for ISIS, if he had been working there at the time, and this happened in February of this year, if he had been working there, he could have put a weapon under the seat, overhead, any place on that plane, and then know exactly where maybe a co-conspirator would be seating in that plane. And then all of a sudden he would have a weapon right there on the plane already waiting for him. So the security violation is pretty clear about what could happen here. We asked Delta about this. They, by the way, no longer have the cleaning contract. That came up in April. Someone else now has it. But Delta told us this isn't their procedure, obviously, and they disciplined the manager who put these signs up.
You know, when you hear what is next, and this is a whistleblower explaining the state of security or lack thereof while working at Delta Global Services, take a listen, and then I'd like your reaction.
It's an important job that goes to the lowest bidder. You have to lift up the seat cushions, rub them down, feel them down, make sure there's nothing that's been stuck into the cushion. Numerous times where that object was not found, and then TSA comes aboard after the aircraft's secured, and they find these objects and realize that these cleaners had not been in any of those places that they were supposed to have gone into. To know that we had somebody like that actually doing the security searches and things, it was absolutely terrifying. He was the one who secured the aircraft before it flew out.
Tom, there's more guys like this out there?
Well, I think that's really the question. I mean, you know, the cleaning population there that actually cleans the airplane, very high population of East African immigrants. So I got to tell you, among the cleaners and also among TSA agents who I've talked to off the record, there's a real concern about these background checks because many of these workers come in this country and we don't know what their background was before they got here. So the kind of typical background checks that are done may not be enough at the airport.
All right, he's from My Fox 9 out in Minneapolis. Tom Lydon, thank you very much.